Hi, welcome to PE with Sport and Health for adults and young children. We're going to be going through exercises that both can do. We don't want to be giving young children adult exercises such as full sit-ups because that's just going to strain their necks, strain their backs. It's going to be damaging to them. We're going to do motor coordination drills at the same time. So hopefully it'll be instructive and a bit of fun. If you've got a couple of ties or belts or anything you can put on the floor, what you do is you put them in a cross like this. So we're going to do some footwork patterns in the warm-up. So remember, with warm-ups, don't make it boring, and do something that can develop a child's brain at the same time. If you're thirsty, make sure you have a water bottle ready, and if you get dizzy or breathless at any point, make sure you'll rest. If that continues, make sure you get it checked up. Okay, so we're going to warm up on the ties. We're going to start with a step routine so there's not too much impact. So we're going to go forward, back, middle, middle, side, side, middle, middle, and then you're going to change the lead leg. So forward, back, middle, middle, side, side, middle, middle. So start slow, practice it, and then I'm going to take us through this now a little bit quicker. So are we ready? So we go forward, back, middle, middle, side, side, back to middle, forward, back, middle, middle, side, side, back to middle. That's it. And then out to the side. Forward, back, side, side. Forward, back, side, side. Let's change the lead leg. Forward, back, side, side. Forward, back, middle, middle, side, side, middle, middle. Forward, back, side, side. Forward, back, side, side. Now, let's go across the cross part of the ties. So we go diagonal, middle, diagonal, middle. Okay, let's do it slowly. Diagonal, middle, middle, diagonal, middle, middle. Notice I keep the knees soft and I keep my shoulders slightly forward as I'm stepping. So we go diagonal, middle, middle, diagonal, diagonal. Good. So we keep a nice regular pace going so we can get the heart rate up a little bit. And we're warming the legs up, working the motor coordination, not straining too much. Let's change the lead leg. So we go right leg first this time. That's good. Diagonal, middle, diagonal, middle, diagonal, middle. Now, once we've warmed up a little bit, we can put a very gentle jump in, but not higher than this. Try and keep on the balls of the feet. And we can do the same routine, but jumping. So we can go forward, back, middle, side, middle, forward, back, middle, side, middle, back, middle, side, middle, forward, back, middle, side, middle. Good, I'm going to change the lead leg. So it's the other leg. Just little gentle springs. So we go forward, back, middle, side, middle, forward, back, middle, side, middle, middle, side, middle. I take a breather and then I'm going to go on the diagonal. So here we go. So we go diagonal, middle, diagonal, middle. That's good. Keep going. Try and keep the rhythm. If you're finding it tiring, go back to stepping. If it's too much, you're feeling strain in the calf, go back to stepping. I'm going to change the lead leg. So go right leg out here, middle, right leg out here, middle. Good. Good. And back. Okay, let's go to one of my favourites that I've developed, where I'm going to get you and your child to use a straight line. And we're going to go in front of it and back, behind it and back, just to start with. Nice and simple. In front, back, behind, back. Remember, if you're getting too tired of this, just step it. Step it. Okay, in front, middle, back, middle. In front, middle, back, middle. Now I'm going to make it a bit more complicated. I'm going to get you to go right in front, left behind, middle. Left in front, right behind, middle. Right in front, middle. Left in front, middle. Right in front, middle. Left in front, middle. Okay, now here's the fun bit. We're going to do a routine. I'm going to go really slow. So we're going to go in front, middle, back, middle, right side, middle, left side forward, middle, front, middle, back, middle, right side forward, middle, left side forward, middle. Let's keep going. Front, middle, back, middle, right, middle, left, middle, front, middle, back, middle. Oh, I got that wrong. Right side, left side. Here we go. Front, middle, back, middle, right, middle, left, middle, front, middle, back, middle, right, middle, left. Last time. Front, middle, back, middle, right side, left side, middle. Okay, you're probably feeling that a lot in your calves now. So we're going to take a little breather from that. We're going to open out the hips. Okay, now you might want to lean on a wall, because what we're going to do is we're going to bring the leg out to in. Now if you're quite fit and quite balanced, you can do it without the wall. Try and engage your core muscles and keep the upper body tall. So we just come out to in. Out to in, that's good. Out to in. If you find that a strain, don't go quite so high and just go slowly. Okay, remember you can use the wall if you need to. Okay, I'm going to change legs. So go out to in, out to in. You might hear some clicks as you do this. Out to in. Remember, if it's tough, just come lower. When you get really good balance, you can actually come right up and hold that position. We go into out. Good. Into out. Into out. I've got my hands here to help me balance. Into out. Into out. Into out. Okay, good. Now, take these lines, put them into 2 tram lines. Okay, you can have your child in front and you can go behind. And all you're going to do is step 2 feet in, 2 feet out. 2 feet in, 2 feet out. Let's do that slowly. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Going to gradually pick up the pace. 1, 2. Just count 1, 2 as you step. It really helps. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Bending my legs as I go to the outside and changing direction. Okay, good. Now if you want to, you can keep on stepping, but you can put that into a little jump routine. So go 1, 2, into middle, out, middle, out, middle, out, middle, out, middle, out, middle, middle, out, middle. Good. So something now just to get a little bit of balance, warm the calves up a little bit more. I'm going to go from heel up onto my toe. Now some of you may find this difficult if you're tight in that region. So all you're going to do is land the heel and rock onto the front of the foot, but don't come up here. And you're just going to walk along. But what you're going to do is walk along the tie. Let's get it straight. Just to focus on core and balance. So I'm going to come along and up, 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 up. Step back. Let's try it again. So I come up. Now remember, don't bring the heel off the floor if it's going to pull your calf. If that's the case, just step heel first and step and try and stay on the tie. That's all. So I'm keeping the foot flat now when I land. But if you're up to it, we come up and hold. It's actually quite difficult. You have to really focus to hold the balance as we do it. Okay, that's great. Okay, let's warm up tops of the legs a little bit more. So we're going to do half squats. So remember our famous Chinaman, Tony Chin. Apologies, cheesy joke, but kids remember it all the time. And it's really important. The toe, knee and chin should always be in line when we squat. Why? Because it protects our back. If we get the back in the right line, it can lift 10 times more weight and it's going to prevent us from bulging discs. Okay, so the half squat is just down to here. That's it. Okay, so let's do 10 of those nice and steady. Only go as low as you're happy. Let your bottom come back like it's trying to touch a chair behind. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Okay, now we're going to do squat stretch. This is to stretch the back out at the same time as we warm the legs up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to squat down and bring my arms up here. Now as you do that, make sure you don't let the head tilt forward like this. Keep the chin up. We call it watch the birdie. Watch the birdie up there. So hands start here, we squat and stretch and back. 5 more. Squat and stretch. Good. 4 more, hold your balance. 4, 3, 2, and 1 more. 1. And hold it and up. Good, we should be feeling quite warmed up now. And we're going to finish on the legs with a stationary lunge. So make sure my tie is nice and straight. I'm going to put the right foot on one side, almost touching the tie, left foot on the other side, and then I'm coming up on the toe on my back foot. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lunge forward, but I don't let that knee come in front of my toes, because we can damage the tendons here. So we just lunge forward and back. Now if you're struggling with balance, bring the back foot closer in. Okay, so 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's change legs. So the right foot now is just the other side of the tie, left foot's back here. I like to bring my hands up here because they just encourage me to stay central and lock my core. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Okay, now we haven't done a lot with the upper body, so we're going to do a little bit on that. But what I want you to do is I want you to kneel, and I want you to use a cushion under your knees. And the reason is we have something called the Bursac, which is basically a gel pad under the kneecap here, and we don't want to compress it too much. So make sure you've got a cushion that you can kneel on. And then I'd like you to get hold of a ball if possible. Any ball's fine, tennis ball, kids ball. If you don't have a ball, just use something, anything cylindrical if you can find it, okay? So, what we're going to do is we're going to put the ball down just for a second, warm up the shoulders. I'm going to come forward in this position. Let me show you side on. I'm going to try and let my bottom come down. I don't want to be in this position. And then I'm just going to walk around. And this is safe for children because we're not putting too much pressure on the shoulder joints. So I'll show you from forward on and you go with me. So we come here and we walk to the left, back to middle, and then right, back to middle, and left, and back to middle, and right, and back to middle. Okay, so give the shoulders a shrug, stretch them out. Now we're going to go plank to hands, but in kneeling so we're not overstraining the body. So we go into plank, then up into hands. Plank, up into hands. 2 more. Plank, up into hands. Plank, up into hands. Have a shrug, and let's do 4 more of those before we move on to using the ball. So, plank, up into hands. Plank, and up. And 3, and 4. Okay, so now we're going to use the ball in this fun little drill, especially for the children. I'm going to go into plank position and I'm going to bounce the ball and catch it with the opposite hand. So, there, I let it bounce and I catch. And catch. Yeah? Okay, so have a little practice and then we'll have a go through together and we'll try 12 catches. Okay? If you lose control of the ball, it's fine. Just get it back and start again. So here we go. So we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, really good. I think we should have a drink of water now. Little breather. Excellent. And then we're going to have one more go. Okay, so let's try once more. Remember to keep the bottom down if you can. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Very good, very good. If you want the kids to be really challenged, you can get them to try and catch it with the hand upwards. Okay, hand upwards. Okay, so adjust it to the level that you're at, or that your child is at. So, the other thing we want to do is stabilise the shoulder. So I'm going to roll the ball in a circle in plank position, and that's just going to help stabilise the shoulder muscles. So I come down here and I just roll a circle. Roll a circle. And then I change hands. I do it on the other hand. Change hands. Roll the circle. And other hand. That's very good. Okay, we're going to do a similar thing, but we're going to roll the ball back and forward with one hand. So we're stabilising here, and we're working on this forward back motion with the shoulder here. So we come forward and back. The further forward you push it, the harder it is. Change hands. Forward and back. Forward and back. Change hands. One more. And one more change. Good. Okay. Now you'll probably be feeling that a little bit in the back and the shoulders, but we're going to have a good stretch out the end. Remember, if it's too much, you just come up, take a breather, do 1 or 2 if you need to. Don't over push it. Okay. So now we're going to do the ball side to side in plank position. Okay. So here we go. We go side to side. Side to side. 2 more. Good. Take a breather. Shrug the shoulders. We're going to do 1 more, then we're going to leave the shoulders for now. So ball back down, and we go side to side. Here we go. Three, 2, 1. Good. Okay. So I'm going to get rid of my cushion now. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the ball on my feet this time. So we're going back to legs now. So I want you to put the right foot on top of the ball and then the left foot. And change. And start really simple. Really simple. Just change and change. Okay. Now if you're comfortable with that, you get a bit quicker. Okay. That's good. A little bit quicker. Okay, now, if that's all you can do, you just keep doing that. But watch me now. I'm going to put a spring into it. Okay, so watch the spring. So I spring and change. I only do that if you're comfortable. That's good. And I'm going to go a bit quicker. Here we go. Now, only do this if you're comfortable. If you're not, just keep stepping. Nice and slow. So we're going to go 20 of these. 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 0. Okay, that's good. Now if your child wants a challenge, bring the ball back here and we come forward with it as we do that. So we come, move the ball very, very slowly forward. Then go back and make sure you don't go into the TV unit. Okay, if they want more of a challenge, we go sideways. So we spring and move the ball and back the other way. Good, excellent. Okay, let's have a drink of water and a breather. And then we'll stretch the hamstrings a little bit before we carry on. That's good. So let's have a gentle stretch of the hamstrings before we do anything else. Bend one leg, put hands on top of the knee, not on the knee but above it. Keep the chin up, put the leg forward, stretch through the hamstring. That's good. Okay, change legs, bend the other leg, put the weight on it, bottom out, hands above the knee, stretch the other leg here. Okay, that's excellent. All right, let's get the cushion back and we'll do a little bit more upper body work. Okay, now what we don't want to do, children, is give them full press-ups. So what we're going to do is we're going to do tiny pulses. Let me demonstrate. So we just come to here and it's just a pulse with the shoulder. That's all it is. You see, I don't want to be coming down here with the children's joints. It's just pulse, pulse, pulse. Move to the side. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Let me come forward on for you. Okay. So, it's a little pulse. Move to the side. Little pulse. Back to middle. Little pulse. To the other side. Little pulse. Come up. Okay, and a nice one to go into here is just the prayer stretch. Hands forward, head down. Push the hands into the floor. And pull back from the hands. Pull back this way. Let's try it again. So we come into this position. Little pulse. Walk to the side. Little pulse. Middle. Little pulse. Back to the side, little pulse. Back to middle, one more. And go into prayer stretch. And come down here, like so. Okay. Now, if we grab our thighs back, what we can do is we can dangle the thigh behind us. So hold it here with one hand. And I'm grabbing this in the V here, the claw. Okay. And all I'm going to do, let's do it this way, is I'm going to pull up with my tricep. Now you can, if you want, if there's a pair of you, one can hold this at the bottom and the other one can do this. If it's with a child, you can just kneel down and you can come here. I was very naughty, I didn't get my cushion. So let's put that under my knees. So let's grab this again. And here we go. So it's the pulse stretch from the tricep. You see? Notice that my elbow is coming forward. It doesn't go out to the side. When we're getting tired, we just change. So let's dangle this behind. Grab hold of it. And then we pull up. So simple, we don't need weights. Look at that, I'm just using my own resistance or someone else holding it down there gently for me, but not holding it too hard, just limited resistance. Let's change again. So we're going to do 12 on each arm. Okay, so elbows forward, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Change sides. Here we go, you ready? 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold it there. Good. Let's have a drink. How much water should we drink? It's a hot day today. I'm drunk about half a litre already just within this bit of the video. Okay, so let's go through to a stretch time now. So if you've got children, they don't want to spend forever stretching, it has to be short and sweet. So take your hand here, touch your opposite shoulder, bring this hand up and pull down. Now if you struggle with that, you can do it in front of the body. You can pull that way, but if you're able to, and pull down. And then put the other hand on the opposite shoulder, hand on the elbow, and pull down. Just pull down there. That's good. Okay, shoulder hugs. Give yourself a hug. Right arm comes across the body. Create a figure of 4 and pull across the body. Give yourself a hug with the other arm and pull across. And change. And change. Across and pull across. We're going on side stretches. I'm going to get into this position, but what you must make sure is that you're between 2 panes of glass. Don't lean forward, don't lean back, just stretch straight to the side. Okay, so I'm going to put my left hand down my leg, up here, and I'm going to reach up with my right arm. Just straighten it out and straighten and pull out these oblique muscles at the side. And change. That's good. And change. And once more, change. Okay, now if you get your cushion back, we can do a kneeling hamstring stretch this time. I'm going to put my right knee on the cushion, stretch the left foot forward, hands just above the knee, not on it, never on it, chin up and lean forward, and stretch. Let's change. On the other leg, and just hold that stretch. That's good. And let's just change legs once more on each side. Adults, if you want to do these stretches for longer, you can. You can hold them from anywhere up to, well, between 12, say, and 20 seconds. But remember, children don't want to hold stretches forever. So you make it quick and simple, and they're nice and flexible when they're under 10 anyway. And once more. And we just finish there. And gently stand up. So that's it for today. Thanks very much, and we'll see you again tomorrow.